got its thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, Buick's on top, you feel me? Is that Buick? Mercury? My boy going left to right, left to right. Damn, look at that shit. That shit went crazy, bro. Fast as fuck, boy. Fast as fuck. Sheesh. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. Normally I talk about, you know, what I like about the car, what I don't like, which actually is gonna be a future video. But today I wanted to actually go ahead and talk about how much I actually pay for my 2023 G80 M3 competition. Now, it is an X-Drive. It is a little bit different now since it is a 2023 model. The new 2025 model has been upgraded and updated with the pricing. So the price goes up every year, kind of that's what BMW did. If you remember a little bit, 2021 was the year the G80 was announced. 2022 was when the X-Drive was announced. 2023 was when the iDrive 8 system was announced. 2024 there was no change, and then 2025 is when they have added the new headlights, the new dash. As far as iDrive 8.5, they changed a little bit about the ambient lighting inside the car, and then they changed the steering wheel. Last but not least, they also added a power output to, I think it's 525 horsepower from 503. But as we know, BMW does undergas their numbers a little bit, so it probably is already making that. I don't know, man. I mean, it really, I've seen a little bit of people put some information on Beamer Post about how much they've actually put in power on dynos, but I don't really care because my car's tuned, right? So what I actually wanted to do and talk to you guys about today was actually how much I pay for the car, including how much I paid out the door. So we're gonna get a little bit into the sticker of the car. Now, this was the sticker that I actually saw on the car the day the car got delivered off the truck. I'll throw a picture up about that. It was literally on the side. I was so excited, man, about this car. Like, you know, you wait a year. A little bit about a backstory. So I bought this car, or I put $2,500 down. I was actually wanting to get a pre-owned. I was in the market for either an F90 or a G80. G80's obviously got X-Drive, so that was like a brand new thing. And so I was really hyped to get a G80 because I was like, oh, the way it looks dope. And just a bunch of shit, right? So I put money down. I put $2,500 down at BMW Davis here in Cleveland. And they had told me it was a year out. And so in 2023, I actually got an update because I was very down in the list where my dealership had a lot of G80 for like a pre-ordering G80. And so they had called me in February and said, hey, you have an allocation available. What do you want to do? And so I kid you not, my build was so trash. There was like, I don't know, I had a sunroof. I had I think it was like the little delete, the silver chrome delete in the back. Man, interior was like, I think non-carbon, but don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing. But like, it was like a weird color. I just put something together because they're like, hey, if you know, in order to get on the list, you got to put something together and then just give me an allocation number. Or like a little thing, like, I don't know what it's called, build sheet number or whatever. And so the guy, you know, the manager was like, he calls me one day after I send my $2,500. And he's like, oh, you know, like, are you sure you want this build? I'm like, wait. He's like, you got a sunroof. You got these weird looking wheels, like, are you sure? And I'm like, yo. So I drove up to the dealership, we sat down together, and we went and redid my build, which was super cool because he could have just been like, okay, we'll just take this order and send it out. And then I would have been in trouble, right? Because once you are in production, it's very hard to get back because you get pushed back a couple weeks. It was a whole process, okay? I was like super involved through like the Beamer Posts forums. Like, I knew like to the T, like what boat my car was on, what day it's gonna get here. I was on rotations when, you know, it said my car was getting delivered to the dealer. And so it was a long story, but you know, I guess I'm being a little cute telling you guys my story, but that's what the main spiel about how to get this car, how I got this car, right? And so going a little bit into the actual sticker price of the car here, okay? So if we go into it, it does say, we'll start off with this. It says fuel economy, you spend $7,250 more in fuel costs over the 5 years compared to the average new vehicle. I don't know if you guys can see that, but isn't that pretty fucking crazy? I probably spend more than that because I drive the shit out of this car. Now going into the actual like build, so I paid $96,295. Okay, that includes the $82,600 MSRP of the car base by itself with X-Drive. I think it's 84 now, so it went up a couple $1,000s. And then $1,700 for the driving assistance pro, which includes the driving assistance and the traffic jam assistance. The parking assistance package, which basically allows like the car to park by itself, that's $700. The executive package, which was $1,800, that includes remote engine start, the heated steering wheel, power tailgate, which is dope, and then the head-up display, which I love. The head-up display is super nice because it changes between the standard and then the sport, like the modes. So it's super cool. M-Drive Professional, which is $900. That just allows you to change the traction control, which is also like very dope. The shadow line lights, which darken the lights a little bit, so that was $300. The carbon fiber trim in the inside of the vehicle, which was $950, and that's just like the little carbon fiber pieces, including the paddle shifters inside the car. $4,500 for the carbon bucket seats. But when I say it's worth it, man, it's worth it. Like, yeah, I have to drive to one of my friend's weddings in August, and it's gonna be a 7-hour drive to New York, okay? I will have to make a video or a vlog or something to show you guys how I go through that. 7 hours there, 7 hours back. But I mean, normally I'm 5'8". I don't have an issue with sitting for that long. It's just, I haven't done it yet, so we'll have to see. As far as like driving daily, I'm not that uncomfortable sitting in these bucket seats. So a lot of people just gas it. If you're 400 fucking pounds, or like if you're like super big, like, and you can't sit in these seats, I understand, right? But I mean, dude, even if you're 400 pounds, it's your choice if you want to buy carbon buckets. It's not, you know. $1,000 for the iconic the LED laser lights. That was $1,000, and then the wireless charging, which I don't even use, honestly, man. That's $200. Funny story, because of that $200 spec that I put on, my car actually got pushed back a couple weeks because the wireless charger was not available. And so they called me and said, hey, your car is actually at a standstill at port because we have to install the wireless charger. I'm like, bro, I don't even use the wireless charger. I put like my Easy Pass, my wallet, and like my valve controller stuff there. So it's like, was it really like needed? I don't know, man. I was an idiot, but hey, who knows? I mean, I didn't know anything about that. So, and then the last obviously was a destination charge. So that all adds up to $96,295. Okay. Obviously with taxes and title and all that and all these fees, the total came up to $106,000. Okay. That's the actual price tag of the car out the door, which when you look at it, is it worth it for a $100,000 car? I think the M3 is worth it. Okay. Day-to-day activities. It's a family car. The power that it puts out, I'm beating stock, like, you know, like supercars. Like, let's be honest here. I'm pushing 750 to the wheels. I mean, hey, the car does its job. I beat any car that I'm on the street with right now currently that I try to line up with. They think like the car doesn't put that much output. It fucking shits on them, bro. Let's be honest here. Okay. It was my dream spec. F90s are amazing too. We're kind of looking to see what my brother wants. We're still deciding because it's kind of hard to find a car right now. But as far as like for me, I love this car. This car is amazing. I don't have no issue with this car. The car literally runs amazing, no issues whatsoever. Knock on wood. I have no wood in here, but knock on wood for me. This car is amazing. Like, it does everything it needs to do. Like I told you, like in my video that about the 5 reasons what I dislike about the G80, I talked about what I don't like about it. But overall, I give this car a 10 out of 10. If I could give it 11, I give it 11. Okay. BMW is super cool too, man. Like the dealership over here, they treat me like a freaking like a king, man. Like I tell them, yeah, I need something done, they'll take care of me right away. No issue whatsoever. Warranty, 4-year, 50,000 mile new vehicle limited warranty. So that includes obviously, like, you know, if you have oil changes, any like, you know, performance or any issue like that, as long as you don't tamper with it. So now, like, you know, you're gonna ask me, you tampered with your car, like what do you expect that's gonna get voided? Only things that so far have been voided that I think are gonna be voided are the ECU. Obviously that's tuned. And then, you know, like your muffler, your mid pipe, and then my intakes. Those small things I don't really care about. Big things are obviously the engine, or like if it's like I don't know, wheels and wheel and tire protection. Those things matter to me because those are cosmetically, like, those are important, right? If your engine blows up, like I think Nadex, I don't know if you guys know who that is, his engine blew up, or no, he flooded his car, and then since his car was not under, or like his ECU was unlocked, it was kind of like running with BMW about warranty, and then eventually he got it to work. But that's stressful, man. You know, you don't want your car to blow up because you voided your warranty. So so I will put pictures up, obviously, while you guys look at that. If you guys have any questions about the sticker price, feel free to ask. That's basically the jump of it. Like, it's a great car, man. I mean, if you guys are looking at the 2025 model, I would definitely look into it. It's a nice car, man. Again, like, it's really up to you, and if you think it's a good idea to buy cars like this or put money down. Like I talked to you guys about like one of my earlier videos about, like, hey, like if you're like in the age group of like, or if you're a teenager, man, if there's a lot of people who say, hey, like maybe I should like spend all my money on this car, or I should spend all my money on a certain thing. Like, at the end of the day, you do you. But if you were to ask me as a 26-year-old, my birthday was yesterday, if you ask a 26-year-old, hey, do you think you made the right decision to make a car like this? A car is not an investment, okay? A car is not a, hey, like, you know, I can buy this now. I can buy a, like, versus buying a Rolex. I can buy a Rolex today. My Rolex will have value. My car will not. If I want to trade this car in today, it'll probably be in the sub 80s, okay? I paid $106,000 for this car, okay? Just put that into perspective for a second. I already lost $20,000 in a year, okay? But at the end of the day, man, like, every time I pay my car's monthly payment, it's not like to me where it's like, okay, you know what, like, why did I make this decision? Or like every month, like, oh, fuck, I gotta pay my car again. Like, it does its purpose every month, like, if that makes sense. Like, I enjoy putting money into this car. I enjoy spending money in this car because it ultimately puts a smile on my face, right? Like, I wouldn't have bought this car if I couldn't afford it, right? And that's what a lot of people don't realize is, okay, they buy their car, 1 month goes by, 2 months go by, 3 months go by, 6 months go by, 10 months go by. They're paying this car off, but every month they're like, fuck, man, I gotta work an extra job, or I gotta work an extra shift because I gotta pay for my car payment. That's not how you should live, right? You should live a better life where it's like, hey, man, like, I can put my X amount of money aside. I can put that towards my car, but I can still live a decent life where I don't have to worry about, hey, how do I make my car payment? Hey, how do I make the next month's house payment? Like, that's not how you should live, man, you know? And then as like a 16 to even 25-year-old, like, you have your own experiences, man. If your parents are helping you pay your car off, or if, you know, whatever your situation is, man, like, everyone has their own situation. But at the end of the day, man, you really got to lock in and understand what you really need. Like, what is a necessity and what is a want, right? Needs versus wants. Those are such big things, man. If you educate yourself on what an actual need is, a need is obviously food in your house. A need is water. A need is education. A want is a car. A want is the newest iPhone that comes out, man. Those things are, like, you don't really need those things, man. Like, the more you realize that as you grow up, like, this car, like, you're gonna have fun to a certain point, but then there's gonna be a peak where you're like, you know what? It's cool, man. Like, it's there. My G80 is here now. But like, some days I'm like, yo, maybe I need to make the next step. You see what I'm saying? 26-year-old is telling you that, who's paying the X amount of money. So now let me get into what the juiciest part of this video is, man. Oh my God, the juiciest part. How much you guys think I spend on this car? Do you think it's a 3-digit number? Do you think it's a 4-digit number? Do you think it's a 1-digit number? I wish, bro. Paying $1 a month for my car. Sheesh. So the truth is, I took a finance for this car, okay? I did this financing through myself for 60 months, okay, which is 5 years. 12 times 5 is 60. And my rate at the time that I bought this car in April of 2023, right? Yeah, 2023 was 5.5%. If you look back at it at that rate, it's a great rate, man. Like, I got it through BMW Financial. They treat me so well. I enjoy the time they gave me. 5.5% overall, if you look as an overall picture, is insane, like insanely high, right? But if you look at it as a perspective of buying a new vehicle, 5.5% is not too bad, okay? So the total I spend a month for this car is $1,773 for my payment. Now, before you guys say, hey, that's a lot of money that you spend on one car, man, like, what are you doing? You could put it somewhere else. Again, what did I tell you guys before in the video? This is strictly for my car, right? I had a budget for my car per month that I put strictly on only my car payment, right? I put money down. I put $10,000 down cash, and I financed the car for 60 months, and my payment comes to $1,773 a month. At 25 to 26 years old, I was 25 last year. Yeah, right? Yeah. It's not bad. It's manageable. Just a payment. I pay $250 a month for insurance, and then I pay whatever X amount of gas. Let's just put $150 for gas. So all in all, it's in the $2,000 price range for a car that makes 750 wheel horsepower. It's a $100,000 car. It's a 4-seater. Got 4 doors. Is there really enough to, like, much to ask? I enjoy the fuck out of my car. I don't care about it. Like, today I made the payment on my car, and that's why I kind of made this thought of this video, because it's like, oh man, it's the 30th, gotta pay my monthly payment. But to me, it's like, man, like, you make these financial decisions based off of your own self, how much you can afford, right? $1,773 for a car, I would have never imagined I would pay that much, right? There were times where I was looking like my friends, oh my God, you're paying $600-700 for a car a month? You're crazy, man. And now I'm over here paying $1.7 thousand, right? That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. A lot of people's mortgage, a lot of people's rent, a lot of people's, I don't know, like their annual salary, or sorry, annual monthly income After taxes is $1,700, right? But if you truly look at your situation, if you're able to afford it comfortably, which I can say comfortably, I can afford a $1,700 monthly payment, right? Then it truly, like, I don't know what else to say, man. Like, you know, like, it's just, I'm trying to be transparent here and like explain to you guys how I'm able to afford it. And that's just because I set my budget aside for my car, for you know, simultaneous money or any or extracurricular money or miscellaneous money. Whatever I need to do on the side, I put it aside. If there's any emergency funds, I put it on the side. But obviously this is strictly to my car only. And that's how you kind of afford the, you know, like a good budget, because if you're not able to afford things on the side like that, how are you able to live? If I all put my money a month, my monthly payment into, or all my money I make a month into my car, how am I supposed to get food? How am I supposed to take care of my body? How am I supposed to have a necessity on the side, right? So all in all, that's what I'm kind of saying here is, like, you know, you got to look at your own situation and be like, hey man, am I able to afford this month? Am I able to do this month? Am I able to do this month? Am I able to buy a car? If I'm 21 years old and I have this much money coming in, am I able to put that money towards the side every single month and actually buy something that's cost effective for me, right? So all in all, if you think about those things, if you realize, hey man, you know, like, I can do that, I think I can do that and I should be okay, then go ahead and make that purchase, man. Like, as long as you remember yourself that a car, you know, is not an investment, you're gonna lose money on it. Unless it's a rare spec, like a T-spec GTR or like a CS, which CSs are dropping too, right? Then you're not gonna make anything on a car, man. Like, and like the money I've put into it, like all of it, like, it's not like I look back at it and I'm like, man, this is such a waste of money, such a waste of time. Like, this is cool, man. I enjoyed every single moment of this car up till now, up till 2024, July 30th, 2024. It was all worth it to me. Every time I sit in this car, puts a smile on my face. It gives me, people give it thumbs up on the sides. It pops like a motherfucker. Like, dude, it's my dream car at the moment. This was my dream car. Now, what's my next dream car? I'll let you guys, you know, like, decide what you think it is, because like, you're always gonna have that next step, right? You got a new house, oh, someone's always gonna get a bigger house than you. Then you're gonna want a bigger house. Oh, you got a car, someone's got a faster car than you, then you want a faster car. It's just a cycle of life, man. So what I just want to say to you guys, if you have any questions about how, like, maybe I make a video about how I actually like save money, or like what I do to like actually afford this kind of car, you know, feel free to put it in the comment section. But I just wanted to come out and be transparent with you guys and explain, hey man, like, this is how much I pay for my 2023 G80. It's not like some small ass number. Like, it's actually a big ass number. It's a $1,700 a month payment. It's insane. I look at it and look at it, damn, like, that's a lot of money. But at the end of the day, it's not like I look at it and regret myself. Like, you know, like, fuck, I shouldn't have bought this car. Like, I am happy with my decision every single day in, day out. There's not one day that this car says to, or it makes me feel like, fuck, dude, why did I buy this car? That makes sense. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry if this was a little out of the left field. I just wanted to be a little bit more clear about how to, you know, how I afford this car a little bit. I will go into depth later on about what I like about this car. That's going to be the next video. But as far as this video goes, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to comment on the bottom of the comment section. And if you guys liked it, feel free to like. Also subscribe, man. I'm really trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. That'd be so dope for me. It's just a little small milestone. I'm trying to put down quality content for you guys. Just haven't had the time. So if you guys like the stuff, man, just feel free to reach out to me, or, you know, like the video. Take care, guys. Peace.